All right. I hope this is not a completely obnoxious pile of fabric. Sale of the year. Actually happens twice a year. My favorite fabric shop, which is in St. Petersburg, called Whimsadoodle. They had a huge sale today. Their last one was like Super Bowl weekend. Let me show you what I got. I did get a bunch of fabric that was not on sale or super sale. It was 15% off, so some new things that had come out that I had my eye on. I got those. But I'm going to go through this super sale stuff first because this was like $6 a yard. Nothing new. A lot of stuff that either has been around a while or there was like a very skinny bolt. This is the biggest piece I got. 6 yards. I don't have a plan for it, but I think it could be a very artistic backing or lining for a bag. I wanted to be able to use it for both, so I got a huge cut of that. And there was a lot of it, and I just thought it was really fun. It's very painterly. It's by Free Spirit. Lineage by E-Bond. I know I have some of her other stuff too. I got this. So I had first walked in and saw this Ruby Star Society doggy fabric. It's been out forever. I have many opportunities I could have bought it, and then after my stuff was being cut, I ran back and got it. I just love the richness in this brown, and then I can't beat that like wiener dog. And then this fabric someone else had just bought, and I was like, oh, that would be perfect to go with a future like doggy or pet themed project. So it's just got foster and rescue over it. I just thought it was unique. A lot of the dog fabric is kind of repetitive with paw prints, treats, dogs. How much can you do with that? Speaking of, my dog is seeing something outside. Okay, Piper. That's just a neighbor. I got this boutique. I am a sucker for large dots, so I couldn't turn that away. I also have been really liking this Ruby Star Study shade of like brown with a hint of like orange in it. So I got that one. This was also Ruby Star Society. I had a fabric from an old collection like this a long time ago. Thought I had a scrap right there. And I didn't buy enough of it. And I kept like wanting it or putting little bits of it in projects because I always regret not buying more. This is a very similar print. So this time I think I got a whole yard of that, a half yard of this. Another painterly, very artistic fabric, same collection as this one. Free Spirit. And I thought that would be really fun when it's in small pieces too, like a 2.5-inch square. That could give you like a, you're gonna be surprised by what colors you get. This Allison Glass fabric, which I already have in the purple and lime green. Really love that. I got these butterflies. This was the very end of the bolt. It was like 1 yard, 15 inches. So I just took the rest of it. My daughter's 4. She will love anything with this. So maybe a pillowcase would be fun since I have a lot of it. Another Allison Glass. I really love this shade of blue. I don't have a lot of it, but I really love it. And this is one of those, the longer you look at it, the more you see. Starfish, octopus, there's a little mermaid's tail, stingray, lots of fun stuff. Another Allison Glass. I really love pink and red together, especially like a bright, like lipstick red. Another batik. I loved the painterly style of this. It almost looks like some sloppy handwriting. Very fun mix of colors. Looks like Ruby Star, but am I right? Yes. Some doves with that mustardy brown I like. All right, and then I got this canvas. Has been around for a while. I've seen this at many quilt shops, but you can't go wrong with black and white and a hint of gold. So, and it's canvas, so really for a sale, I got 3 yards. I could do a big bag, I could do some small bags, I could do both. There we go. So that is all the sale stuff. Don't ask me where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to reorganize these in a little while. Probably once the kids are back in school though. Not much sewing happening right now. All right, new stuff, or somewhat new. This Heather Ross fabric I have gotten in 3 different colors now. So the first time I bought it, I bought the one color. Next time to the quilt shop, different store, bought a different color. And now this one called to me. So this like navy blue with a very, very light peach, like skin tone color. I have brown with teal, and then I have the like pickle colored with the magenta. I love them all, especially with all these scrappy quilts I've been making. It's just like a fun one to mix in there. This is from Jen Kingwell's newest collection. I really love the like lime green, especially on white. And these little squiggles just loosen it up a little bit. Very fun. Ruby Star Society. I've been also eyeing this one for months and just finally, like every time I'd been there, it hadn't been cut. The bolt was still wrapped in plastic. And finally today I was like, I'm going to get it. I was still the first one to buy it. It was still wrapped in plastic. We were in Japan for a while, and that little bunny is very similar to this Japanese bunny. I think it's Miffy. And I just love the cleanness, the straight lines, and just, these woodland creatures. So cute. I don't know how I messed up the fold on that. All right, and then I did these new Ruby Star Society. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. This doesn't feel like their other fabric. This feels like art gallery. So this is their salvage is on repeat. I don't know what it's called. Salvage magic. And I could not figure out where the repeat is. Even the woman cutting the fabric, we could not see where it was repeating. And I really wanted like a good variety. I got 1.5 yards. I couldn't go more than that without a plan for it. But even then, we could not find the repeat. So I don't know if they kind of shifted between where the fold is that I just couldn't see it, but it has to repeat somewhere, right? Very fun, very me, very colorful. Not sure what I'll do with it, but I'm going to keep it on top. I'm going to keep it nearby. Okay, I'm messing up how nicely these are all folded. I'm like close, but not exactly where they had it. All right, and then I also got this Ruby Star Society from the same collection with your little, just the graphics and imagery that they put in there. Every now and then there's a bigger one, a big paper clip. It's for fun. Could make fun little fabric stamps or anything in like my art quilting. Or if you wanted to put like a label on something, like a tag, put Wonder Under on this and then cut it out and then stitch it in the corner of the quilt. Very fun, especially for kids. Or pillowcase. Like a designer move. Okay, Anna Maria. I have never bought these flowers before, and they had a new colorway. I just really like this combination. They also had a really pretty light blue that I almost got for the back of a quilt, but it's not pieced. I just have the blocks. So I didn't want to jump the gun and then regret it, especially since this was not like clearance prices. All right, and then the Tim Holtz fabric. I really love these for my like collage quilts and art quilting. The blue, and these aren't new. I just I have the pink, I have one of the rainbow ones. So today I got the blue and I got the red. It is July, 4th of July. Not planned, but I just love red. I really do. I should do it all red scrappy quilt. That would be great. I love there's some really big ones, some small ones, some tone on tone. They just really nailed this. I usually cut these apart. I also I'll cut a piece of this out and fuse Wonder Under on it, and then use that, like cut out my favorite parts and use those for my collages, which I haven't shared here yet. I feel like that's much more vulnerable. Also, I don't feel like a lot of them are not done. So, all right, and then I got this Tula Pink, which is the gray with the like neon yellowish green. This is also one of those fabrics I have been eyeing for probably a couple years. It's like, oh, I love that colorway. I'll get it next time. It's not a priority. And then just keep bumping it back. So, of course, the woman cutting my fabric said, just a half yard. And it was like a smaller bolt, but not too skinny. But I also knew like I really love these colors. I've been meaning to buy it. So I went a little more. All right. And then the last thing I got, maybe I should turn the camera around. I don't know. Are these Sarah Hart's tags. I have been building up my collection of these, and I recently made a little like a baby toy and just put a bunch of tags around the corners. So I got more of these tags made with magic, a little Christmas collection. This one to label with your kid's name or grandbaby, whoever. The handmade one, and then the Halloween collection. So I will mix those in with my other ones, and I do have a few friends who had babies recently that I really need to make them a little baby tag. It's like a car seat toy, really. So yeah, that is it. I think what will be next for all this fabric, I really have gotten into a good habit lately of taking my new fabric before I put it away. I'll get out my AccuQuilt and cut it into strips, just like part of it, and then put it away. I'm not one of those people who just buys, like, has a pattern, goes to the store, buys just the fabric for the pattern. Every time I make a quilt, I'm shopping for my stash anyway. And I'm usually very scrappy, so I've never gotten really to the point where I am gonna make a quilt, I pull some fabric and I don't have enough because I've cut away from it. So I'm just gonna do it. I think I say that now, I should knock on wood. So yeah, that's the plan. Anything that's not like a blender or a basic, I'm gonna cut just a couple 2.5-inch strips off of it and then mix it in with my pre-cut. I have boxes in my cabinet there of pre-cut squares that I have pre-cut. So I usually do 2.5 inches squares, 2.5 by 3.5 inch, 3.5-inch squares, and 5-inch squares. Usually not all at once. That'll be like over a week of cleaning, housekeeping, whatever you call it. So that would probably be the plan this week. I think that's the easiest thing that I can do while my kids are home for the summer. because I'm not, if I'm interrupted, which I will be, it's not a big deal. Just cutting, ironing, whatever. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. There's my latest big fabric haul. Bye.